Hey you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As y'all can see, another video in the kitchen. Today is Friday, and I will be making the last one of my HelloFresh dish. This is the Bavette steak and roasted garlic pan sauce. So if you want to see what this is about, my reviews and everything like that, stay tuned and let's get into it. So let's jump right into it. So first, I'm using these potatoes that they gave to me. It is some Yukon Gold potatoes, and I am just cutting them into some quarters. Well, I'm supposed to dice them, I think. Yeah, I'm supposed to dice them. I'm just cutting them up however I feel like it at this point, which is what you see me doing here. I'm cutting them up, and once I'm done cutting them up, I already have a pot of water boiling at this point. I'm gonna put the potatoes into the water and let them boil. I did put a little bit of oil in there and some salt, obviously, and then we'll work on the next part. So while the potatoes is boiling, I put the piece of garlic with some olive oil and some salt and pepper. I folded the foil paper twice so that it wasn't too small, and I added that to my oven that was already preheating. The reason I did this is because the garlic takes about 30 minutes in the oven, but the asparagus only takes like 10 to 15. So I put the garlic in first, and then I'll add my asparagus later. So I put the garlic in for about 15 minutes. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for my water to still boil, I'm just cutting off the hard ends of these asparagus, and I'm putting the ends into this brown paper bag that all of the stuff came out of for easier cleanup. And after this, which this is pretty simple in and of itself, after I finish doing all that, I'm gonna go ahead and cut up my chives. So I tried to cut my chives really small just because of the fact that like some of it will be going into my potatoes, while some of it I will be using for a garnish. So you can cut them bigger if you want to, but I think cutting them smaller might be a little bit better for what you're using them for. So at this point, my potato is boiling. I have already pat my steak dry, and I'm using some salt and some pepper. Usually I like to use some Maggi. Anybody who know me, any Jamaican, they love them some Maggi, but because this recipe told me to do that, I'm doing that. In the meantime, I'm gonna be adding my asparagus to the same tray as my garlic. I'm gonna let my garlic finish roasting while I put some salt and pepper onto my asparagus, and then I'm gonna put those back into the oven while I work on my steak. So here, as you can see, my potatoes are done. In the green cup there, I have some of the water from the potato that was boiling, some of the water that the potato boiled in, so it has some of that flavor. And I'm just gonna go ahead and mash these potatoes out to the best of my ability. And then once I'm done mashing them out, I'm gonna add some extra stuff in there. So as y'all see, the extra stuff, I'm adding some of my chives, which I told y'all I would. I'm adding these 2 packets of sour cream that they gave to me. And then I'll be adding some of that potato water to smooth everything out. After adding all of those, I'm just gonna add some salt and some pepper in there to make it, give it a little bit more flavor. And then I'm gonna mix everything up until it's nice and creamy, and I'll add just a little bit of the water each time until it's to the consistency of how I want my mashed potatoes to be. So at this point my steak was already cooked. I'll be taking out the garlic and I will just be mashing that out, and then I'll be using the demi glaze, some water, some butter, and the resting juices from the steak with some salt and pepper and that garlic to make the glaze. And then once I'm done with that, I'll plate everything and put everything, garnish and everything, and then I'll taste test for y'all. So get ready for this taste test, and y'all, this was good. All right, so time for the taste test. I don't really like asparagus, but I'm gonna eat it. That asparagus is a little salty. I forgot to show y'all my food. This is my mashed potatoes, this is my asparagus. This is my steak with the whatever sauce. The asparagus is a little salty, but that's on me, right? Yeah. The mashed potatoes is really good. The sauce that they put on the steak, it has like a bourbony type of taste to it. This asparagus is really good. Yeah, the sauce has like a bourbony taste, but these mashed potatoes is good. I'm gonna try the steak for y'all. I thought I cut this up. Clearly I didn't do a very good job. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to rip it. Oh, never mind, it came off. Okay. This steak is good. This steak is really good with the mashed potatoes. The only thing like I can say I found a little questionable about this steak is that they gave us 2 small pieces. The other piece was still very pink inside, and I don't do pink in my steak. This one was a little bit pink. It's like a medium well. I could eat that, but the other one was too pink. I had to put it in the oven so the insides could cook a little bit more. But it's still nice and juicy and cooked, so I did with it. Overall, I like this. I would give it a 9 out of 10. Yep, a 9 out of 10. Yeah. So I'll definitely be giving y'all more food videos in the future. Let me know if there's something you want me to try cooking. And aside from that, thank you for watching. Mwah. Love you. Bye.